Hey, I'm back with a gained level and a shield. I accidentally let my knife break, lovely, but that's besides the point. I am now strong enough that I receive no damage from a few of the weakest enemies. But let's get traveling. To the far north and somewhat west, let's look for that sage. And one-shot thieves along the way. And listen to merchants prattle on about how rich they are and how poor you are. But as we reach the northern part of the map, well, magical wall comes to stop you. Let's travel along this wall. So strong, he does no damage. Thank you, shield. It just increases your defense. And mountains. Everybody loves mountains. Are these the mountains I'm looking for? No. And that's why we don't want to step into the mountains. We do not want to face this thing. You can generally tell how powerful a monster is by their hit points. There are a few exceptions though. So thankfully I retreated. Forests are still pretty bad. Also across the bridge. Usually when you cross a bridge, you go into stronger territories. So cross 2 bridges, and let's stay north as far as we can. Z-rods. It had to be Z-rods. Unfortunately, we're still not in a rough and tough area. Hey, look! A new type of settlement, where we can talk with the sage Kozama. Yes, and now we have slots for our other 3 miracle warriors. And a good hint on where to go. Towards the sea. I see. And we have also gained a spell. It won't do me any good now, though. There are no battle spells, with one slight exception. Oh, Geethus, you still hurt. Why do I call him Geethus when he's a Gelfus? I don't know, I'm crazy. And saving in a different slot just in case, so I can make it back to town. And not have to face a great lion. Let's try to take it on anyways. Fortunately, I got lucky. And it has a nice reward. 5 things and 3,000 guilders. Those will be the things we want to fight after maybe 1 more level. For right now, evil merchants are the best thing to fight, because they have an evil amount of money for me. Back across the 2 bridges here to the east, and hang around town until I'm fully prepared. And I am not going in a dungeon yet. Nope. No caves or dungeons for me. Only Zerods. Probably a good thing that I have 5 different save slots. Because I never know when being a miracle warrior can become a miracle death. And one miracle run later, I am back in safety. Ready to spend all my hard-earned guilders to be cured. But what about curing on the road? That's where the herbs come. Yes, 2,000 guilders is too steep. Hey, I've gained 5 pots. Restores a fair amount of life. Also, I can get armor now, thank goodness. And a few more repairs later. And I'm looking pretty good. Almost like a true newbie hero. Yay. And no, that's a lot of money. No, it is not. That is equivalent of 3 fights with evil merchants. Keep your fangs. You will want them later. And you will also want to go to my next video. Whether it's another part of Miracle Warriors, or another part of me doing something random. You never know. That's the random number generator for you. Do you really think I plan these things out? Hey, I'm feeling a little adventurous today. Because I am a Miracle Warrior. Let's check with our king one more time. Who is useless. But that's not the point. The point is, we're going to our next town. Yeah, towns have banners above their thing, just in case you can't see the map very well. Yes, thank you, Link. Thank you, ShrinesRPGClassics.com. So let's go ahead west again. And cross 3 bridges. Hey, merchants have new information for us. Told you you'd want to say about those fangs. That's a very important hint. You'll find out later. Still doing damage? Yes, I know. And I broke my knife. Again. That's why we're going to our next town. Mask of the Beast. And 2 towns in Marlula. Also Marlura, if you're looking at your map. It's the very far southwest there. And good thing you can't swim. Because you don't want to fight the monsters in this sea. How does anybody survive in this world? Especially those merchants with no health. Well, I'll tell you one thing. They're not Miracle Warriors. Your run rate, on the other hand, is terrible. It's maybe a 33% chance or less. I'm serious. I failed to retreat in a fight. I do remember this. About 10 times in a row. Surprised I had enough health to survive. And now across those 3 bridges, while hugging the river, I finally made it to the next town. Ulrug, the center of Marlula. And thank goodness, there's a healer here. Charges you the same amount as always. And this jerk, who you never want to talk to again. And of course, the town beggar. I mean, a mayor. Arms of Legend. Yes, 9 towns on this earthly plane. And how she knows this, I don't know. Well, somebody make a 10th town already. That's not the point. The point is, I want that mask. I cannot afford that mask. Instead, I get a new weapon. A sword for pretty good price, 4,000 guilders. Lets me hit a little bit harder, but it has 20 more durability as well. So maybe I don't have to keep buying new knives. Also, if you do have a knife, you don't get to sell it back. And Smithy has an issue. Unfortunately, I do not have enough. But you definitely want that Smithy. Let me say this again. You definitely want that Smithy. Let me say this again. You definitely don't want to talk with that guy. Okay, maybe there are 8 towns now. Mathematicians, it is what I am not. And like I said, and like he said, don't go into the forest. Don't go into the forest alone, or it is full of evil stuff that will most likely kill you. Press A to get out of the town. And I should probably wander around here. I'll still meet some weak enemies. But I'll also see some new ones as well in this area. It's a wonderful dungeon we can go to. And you actually do not need the mask, but it would be very helpful to be able to see where I'm going. So allow me to get a quick heal here, and we'll explore even more in this video. That sounds awesome. That sounds like I'm going to get myself killed. And whenever I am about to get myself killed, save! Use different files if you're not near safety. That's the RPG way. Safety not guaranteed. So if you do accidentally step into the forest, you meet this guy, among others. And he makes such a weird sound. That means he's powerful. For right now. But let's keep traveling along the river here and meet a Smag. Smag, he still kind of hurts. And he looks like a elephant anteater. Also looks like he's wearing a shirt. I know, that makes no sense. But a good amount of fangs to help you reach that 300 mark. Boy, some healing would be nice right about now. Unfortunately for me, I cannot use herbs during battle. Fortunately, outside of battle, I am healed for a fair chunk. Still overall cheaper to go with ye old healer. You can hold up to 24 herbs, but Magma, they're sold in sets of 5. So just use one when you're at 19 and buy 5 more, get 24. Strange overflow system. And that's what we want to fight. Great lions. They still hit a little hard, but their defense is weak, and the reward is well worth it. Oh, Sekasaig. Yay, we just found our first pallet slot. Not exactly the most ideal enemy to fight, but nonetheless. a few things for my trouble. I'd still rather fight Smag. But why am I traveling towards the southwest? I'm avoiding the forest. Tuzar! How are you doing, Tuzar? You beautiful, beautiful creature, you. I know I only got one of your head's attention, but that's not the point. The point is, you have a decent amount of things. Also, darker sea, darker water, where terrible storms are raging. More on that later. But, hey, we found the town near the sea. Also, helmet. Also, this joke again. No, we are trying to save things. And you sell them all at once. And of course you get your typical assortment of weapons and armor here. And the smith is, well, a smith. Thank goodness. Okay, everything's in pretty good condition there. So I'll leave that as B. You have to be famous to enter our village. Our village is full of people who do not like you. Good thing I don't have to worry about that just yet. Just yet. Wait a minute. A spell? Hey! Could this be one of our miracle warriors? So let's cast the spell. Awake Giant! It won't work. Nope, you need a special item, along with the magical spell. Until then, people just think you're crazy for shouting. And they'll probably shout obscenities back at you. So what's the point of coming to this town? Cadia, where your god of the sea is raging mad right now. Not really any point at this moment. But it gives us more information. And the town beggar. As much as I don't need a hint for 500, you do need to donate to all the towns. Much, much later, this will be important. Also, to defeat a ship, you must defeat the knight who lives in the southern woods. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Don't you guys make ships around here? Being a port town and everything. Being near the sea. And why can't I build my own ship? Complaints aside, great lions are great. For experience and money. You notice my experience bar goes up every 3 hits or so. That's about where you want to be. I'm not sure of the experience system in this game, but I do know the tougher enemies do give you a little bit more experience. But you only gain experience when you actually hit. And can gain levels mid-battle, of course, as you have seen before. Yay, we broke the 10,000 mark. Wait a minute, 12? I should have 12,000. You know why? Because I want to meet our smithy friend. And hire him. Hey, this will put us over the edge. Thank you, Great Lion, for being great to us. I want to congratulate you, but no, you will attack me. For no good reason. You'd think a noble lion would want to talk with a great miracle warrior like myself. Although I should be saving money for the mask as well. I want this smithy to go with me. And all my items have been repaired. That's nice. But now I have the smithy with me. Permanently. And even better is, while he's with me permanently, my items are repaired permanently. Yes, a great money-saving investment. Making the smithy a top priority once you get strong enough to go to this village. And beat the stuffing out of lions until they become extinct. Let me give you a hint. They'll never become extinct. And in the next video, I'll collect 300 fangs. Get that mask. And maybe do a little bit of dungeon crawling.